Sweet children, do not believe any gossip you hear. If someone tells you wrong things, let them in one ear and out the other. Right? We used to make jokes, it goes in one ear out the other because there's nothing in between. But actually, you have to be ignorant of this world so that whatever you take in doesn't stay inside. Answer. They happily continue to merge their karmic accounts of suffering for their past actions. When you have the happiness of this knowledge, you forget the world of pain, sorrow, and suffering. Ravan cursed you and caused you sorrow. The Father has now come to remove you from this world of sorrow and suffering and take you to that world of happiness. Song. Having found you, we have found the whole world, the earth, the sky, everything belongs to us. Om Shanti. You sweetest spiritual children heard the song. You children should surely have goose pimples because it is said that there is no nourishment like that of happiness. So that means if you're doing Raj Yoga and you haven't got the happiness part, you're doing it wrong. So find out what part are you doing wrong. The whole point of this is that you should be happy. Through your entire transformation, settling of karmic accounts process. If you're not, then obviously you're not following instructions. You may not even have heard all the instructions yet that are designed to make you pure, which is the basis of peace and happiness. Purity, peace, and happiness. That's the order it has to go in. All of you spiritual children have now found the unlimited Father. There is only the one unlimited Father, and you children know that when others belong to the Father and become his children, they too will also have goose pimples. Goose pimples begets goose pimples. You children know that you had a kingdom and you then lost it. You are now claiming that kingdom once again. This is good news for the people of Bharat. You're going to heaven again, but you got to do some work, obviously. However, that is only when they listen to this and understand it very well. So if you don't have that kind of happiness that heaven's coming and you're going to heaven, then of course you're not understanding and you're not practicing, obviously very well. This is truly a matter of happiness. The Father comes every cycle. The birth of the Father is remembered here. All the festivals refer to this time. The Father has come and shown you a very easy path. People have so many different types of sorrow. So Baba came and he showed you the easy path. What did you do in your Brahmin life? Otherwise, you should be happy, peaceful, happy, undisturbed. So what did you do?
Chose the difficult path.
You chose the difficult path. But I was following instructions. No, I guarantee you're not following instructions. When you have the happiness of this knowledge, all pain and sorrow become merged. When someone who has been ill is close to full recovery, everyone feels very happy. The illness and sorrow are all forgotten. The members of his own family, his in-laws and friends all become happy. You children know that all of you were the masters of the world. So you have to forget all illness, suffering, sorrow, pain. You know that all of you were masters of the world and that it was Ravan, Satan, the devil, that cursed you, which is body consciousness. This is a world of pain and sorrow. Then tomorrow it will be a world of
happiness.
Right, so Baba will say, if you have to think about matter, think about the new world. Don't think about this one. This one is impure and you have all your memories of sorrow connected to this one. All your bondages are connected to this one. Your fears. When that world of happiness is remembered, all sorrow and suffering and / fear are forgotten. This is a Tamopradhan happiness. This is a Tamopradhan world. There are different types of suffering of karma. Suffering of karma means no happiness and pain, sorrow, emptiness, fear. That's the difference. There are so many assaults against innocent ones. Many types of obstacles come. These obstacles and these days of the suffering of karma will last for just a short while longer. The Father gives you patience. Only a few more days remain. This also happened in the previous cycle. The accounts of the suffering of karma have to be settled. They have to be. There's no way to go home. They will be settled. So you want to settle them on your terms earlier and as easily as possible. You can't get easier than consider yourself a soul and remember Baba. And of course, you have to implement that practically. So you got to change a bunch of things in your lifestyle. Continue to merge all of the karmic accounts in, marinate them, merge them in.
The happiness, love.
No, happiness. But the ocean of happiness is part of the ocean of love. Hmm? That's how you get rid of your sorrow. Deep, deep spiritual, eternal happiness that comes from God, recognition of God, experience of God, and particularly God's love. Simply continue to remember the Father and the inheritance. Don't perform any wrong actions. Otherwise, there will be even greater punishment and your status will be destroyed. It is the children's duty to remember the one Father. The Father says,
Remember me.
remember me, and your sins will be absolved. Your karmic accounts will be settled. A very short time remains. Continue to settle your karmic accounts because you are. So why do you want to settle your karmic accounts? Because you want to be happy. And then the purpose of you finally becoming happy is so that you can
serve others.
Serve others, i.e., so you can be sticks for the blind. Show them the way. So that's how you become selfless. You do all this effort, so you can bring benefit to others, the benefit that you receive. If you're not making as much effort, obviously you got less to give. Remember this and also continue to show others the path. Many obstacles will come. As much as possible, continue to tell everyone to
Remember Baba.
remember the Father. These words are very well known. Man Manabhav, from the Gita and from the Murli, means, O souls, constantly remember me alone, and your sins will be burnt away. Man, your mind, God's mind. There is no question of being confused about this. Simply remember the Father, and you will become Sattva Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. You know that you have been around the cycle of 84 births. You have continued to go around this cycle and will continue to do so. This is an old world, and these are old costumes. Forget all of these. This is the world and the costumes and the bodies. This is unlimited renunciation of souls. This is the unlimited renunciation of souls. You renounce everything. Their renunciation of the sannyasis, the hatha yogis, is limited. They should simply leave their homes and family and go into the forest. How did they settle their karma? Now their families are struggling. They have no breadwinner, no one to help look after the kids. How is that making you more pure? Then this same drama will repeat again. So hence, this is all part of the same psychosis that everybody's suffering from in the Iron Ages. When something causes me sorrow and pain, the best thing to do is
Run away.
run away and avoid. Whether you do that subtly, like deny, suppress, lie, it's running away. Same sanskar. After devotion, there is this knowledge. It is very easy to explain the picture of the ladder to anyone. You can put up the main pictures in your home. So that's why one of the first things you have to teach yourself if you want to stabilize in Raj Yoga is you got to teach yourself that power, seventh power, the power to face, which is obviously where courage comes from. Courage comes from the power to face. How do you get the power to face? You learn to sit in front of God and face the purity, power, unlimitedness of God. That's not an easy thing. That's why Arjuna is quoted as saying, oh, stop it. It's brighter than 1,000 suns. I can't take it because he's so weak. And then once you have that experience, you can then start facing the ugly things that you don't want to face, which is what makes you run. You can put up the main pictures in your home. The Trimurti is very clear. At the top is Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar. The Trimurti are residents of the subtle region. And then there's God, the highest on high. So he's in the region higher, which is solar. You children know that the place where the Father resides is also the residence of you souls. Whether you call it the land of nirvana or the land of peace, it is the same thing. The name land of peace is correct. And the land of nirvana means the land, nirvana means the land.
Silence.
Literally, it means beyond sound. Which means the land of silence. That is the land of peace. And then there is the land of happiness, peace, and prosperity, which is golden age. Then there is a land of sorrow and peace and such. So he's basically reminding us of the three worlds lesson. In that land of happiness, there are limitless treasures. What is it today and what will it be tomorrow? Today it is the end of the Iron Age, whereas tomorrow it will be the start of the Golden Age. There is a difference of day and night. It is said the day and night of Brahma and the Brahmins and the mouth-born creation of Brahma. Deities exist in the day and Shudras exist in the night. You Brahmins are in the middle. No one knows about this confluence age. Human beings are in extreme darkness. It's the duty of you children to take everyone into extreme light. The same Mahabharata wars in front of you. It is remembered that those who have non-loving intellects at the time of destruction are led to destruction, whereas those who have loving intellects at the time of destruction are led to victory. So you got to be that stable that you can be in love with God, remembering God with love at the time of the worst scene on the planet. You children know that Baba's once again giving you the same kingdom. No one can snatch the kingdom away from us. Ravan began to exist in the Copper Age. Ravan snatched away our kingdom. Therefore, consider him to be your enemy. Only an enemy's effigy is made and burnt. He is a very old enemy. Although it is said that this is the kingdom of Ravan, it doesn't enter anyone's intellect. Therefore, this is called extreme darkness. The Unlimited Father is knowledgeful. He is called the bestower of knowledge, the bestower of the divine eye. Now, each of you souls has each received the third eye of this knowledge. Previously, you didn't know anything. You now know everything. The Father is the ocean of knowledge, and so he would definitely speak this knowledge, would he not? How could this knowledge be revealed unless God himself spoke it? You see, the Father gives you this knowledge through which there is salvation for half the cycle. Devotion has to continue for half the cycle. From Copper Age, we've been doing devotion, bhakti, religion. Nothing of the children can ever remain hidden, the Father says. Whenever you perform any wrong action, tell the Father. Right away, it's the first thing you should do. Don't feel bad. Don't feel sorry for the other person. First, tell Baba what you did. Baba knows that many continue to perform bad actions. This is the kingdom of Ravan. Maya slaps you. Nevertheless, many continue to hide everything from Baba. Baba says, whenever you make a mistake, tell Baba about it instantly, and Baba will then show you the way to be saved from that in the future. Otherwise, it will continue to increase. So that's what you're putting in your chart. Also, so many things go into your chart. Lust is the greatest enemy. Some write to Baba. Baba, there's a lot of opposition from Maya. None of you has the constant yoga that enables you to remain safe from Maya. So let's pick an easy one. How many of you believe anger is wrong and is violence and hurts people? How many of you still sometimes get angry? So if you don't tell Baba immediately when you do that, we're not talking about lust even, just anger, right? Never mind attachment, ego, and jealousy, and all these other things, right? How can God help you with your problem? Because you got to face it first. So when you do your chart, you got to write it down and see it. Oh, I do it in my head. No, you won't remember. Your ego immediately suppresses that because you have denial mechanism that doesn't want to see all of this. Okay? So that's why you got to put all this stuff in your chart. None of you has a constant yoga that enables you to remain safe from Maya. There's a lot of body consciousness. Many are slapped by Maya. Baba continues to receive news from everywhere. So Baba obviously is merciful. He understands the problem. You've been hit by Maya. Your vices caused you a problem. So many wrong stories are printed in the newspapers. Nowadays, people can make up so many stories. They are all Tamopradhan. When Vyas had a Rajo intellect, look what he wrote. Even Vyas wrote elevated things comparatively today. Comparative to today. Comparatively with today. They are all Tamopradhan. When Vyas had a Rajo intellect, look what he wrote. The Father explains to you children, don't get upset by believing things that you hear from others. So-and-so said this and did this. That spoils your head. They don't understand that this is a Tamopradhan world. Maya will try to make you fall. When anyone tells you false stories, let it in one ear and out the other. Continue to give this message to others. The Father says, I bring a message. O souls, now follow Srimad. Listen to my message. Simply, constantly,
Remember me.
remember me alone. Those who remember me will benefit themselves. You souls have to remember me because you had forgotten me. You're now receiving the Father's Srimad. There is no question of asking for blessing or mercy in this. Simply remember the Father. There is no need to ask or do anything. You've also heard how this world cycle turns. The Shrishti Chakra, the world cycle. There is no argument about it. The Father comes when there is extreme darkness. When does that happen? At the very end of the cycle. This is why the night of Shiva is celebrated, Shivratri. He comes at night. The birth of Sri Krishna is also celebrated at night. They say Sri Krishna came at midnight in jail. And he didn't come in the jail. He came in the jail of Iron Age. Everybody's in jail. They make kheer, rice pudding, and puris in the temples at night. What would you make for Shiva? He's incorporeal. He doesn't have a body. He doesn't eat. No one knows at what moment Baba comes or how he departs. He doesn't stay in the chariot constantly. So you're not cooking in remembrance and offering the bhog for Baba. Baba doesn't eat. You're offering it so he'll give it drishti and he'll purify it, and you'll go through the process of putting God ahead of yourself so that you can purify the vibrations of body consciousness out of your food. So you're really doing it for you. He comes and goes. You understand that you are now the grandchildren of Shiv Baba. You receive the inheritance from him. Even Brahma receives the inheritance from him. He is a human being. Sri Krishna is number one in claiming salvation, heavenly inheritance. He is loved by everyone because he is in the Sattva-pradhan childhood stage, totally pure childhood. Then, when he grows a little older, his stage is said to become Sattva. Then there are the Rajo and Tamo stages. Sri Radha and Sri Krishna then become Lakshmi and Narayan. So they're already, in their Sattva stage when they become Lakshmi and Narayan to rule the world. That shows you the difference of a pure mind versus a pure intellect. When you have to take on responsibilities, using up so much of your power, your intellect lowers your own purity. You're using up your battery. Father gives his knowledge to those he gave it to previously. Deities existed in Bharat. That is why there are many temples to them in Bharat. In the churches of the Christians, you only see Christ. There are so many temples to all the deities. The Father has come to change you from humans into those deities. That is, he has come to make Bharat into heaven. We are becoming pure by?
Following Srimad.
No, remembering the Father. That's today's message. We too are with the Father, making Bharat into heaven. It's as though we have come with the Father. On the path of devotion, they incur so much expense in creating temples and idols of the deities. They create them, they sustain them, and then they drown them. They drown them in the river or the ocean, and so then they destroy them. That's a memorial. Not that you're supposed to be doing that. You're doing that through the confidence stage, right? You're creating your pure angelic stage, you're sustaining it, and then you're destroying your impure body conscious stage. They sink those idols within 9 days. They have a lot of love for them. In Calcutta, they celebrate Navratri, the festival of the 9 lights, the 9 goddesses, a great deal. You are amazed at all of these things. Previously, we too used to take part in that. They spend tens of millions of rupees. There's so much blind faith. They have so much love for the Ramayana, etc. They even shed tears whilst listening to those stories. All of them belong to the path of devotion. There's no benefit in them. Baba is now making us so sensible. You hear all of these things here, but you must not forget the things that you hear. Remember everything. Become completely refreshed before you leave here. Consider yourselves to be souls and forget everything you see, including your bodies. All of this world is
The graveyard.
it's a graveyard. In the Birla temple, to Lakshmi Narayan in Delhi, it is written, Bharat was the land of angels and was established by Dharmaraj. You children understand that this world is now to become a graveyard. The Father says everyone has been completely burnt away by sitting on the pyre of lust. It is not said the pyre of anger. It's the pyre of lust that is said. There's a slight intoxication or semi-intoxication in that. The Father sits here and explains to only you children. It would be said of an unworthy child that he is losing or shaming his father's beard. It's like his legacy, his pride, his honor. The Father's honor is being lost. The Unlimited Father also says, when you make your face dirty, you defame the name of the Brahmin clan, who are to become deities. You children know that you are once again making Bharat into the land of elevated deities with the power of purity. For you, this is a common thing. You can see that the Mahabharat war is just ahead. The gates to heaven will open through this war. The Mahabharat war has been portrayed in the scriptures. They haven't shown what happened after that. They simply say that annihilation takes place. On the one hand, they have shown Sri Krishna taking birth from his mother's womb. And on the other hand, they have shown him floating on a peepal leaf, sucking his thumb. You don't understand anything. There, you stay in the palace of the womb in a great deal of comfort. How could he float on the leaf in the ocean? How could a human being sit on a leaf and not sink? That is impossible. The whole drama is predestined, and only you know this. It happens in the same way
Every cycle.
every cycle. You children now have to benefit yourselves and others too. This is the main thing. So people are confused, people don't understand, people are living in fear, their intellects don't work well, they make bad choices, their understanding is poor. That happens every cycle. Get over it. The Father is the creator of heaven. He is called Heavenly God the Father. Therefore, we children should then become the masters of heaven. People celebrate the birthday of Shiva in Bharat, so he must definitely have given something to Bharat. He is now giving you the sovereignty of heaven. The Father is the bestower of salvation. Only the Father, the ocean of knowledge, comes and gives you this knowledge. It's now that the Father gives you this knowledge. He will come here again after 5,000 years. You children have the faith that those who belong to the Brahmin clan will continue to come here. Where else will they go? They're looking for Baba and they're looking for this knowledge. Build it and they will come. Acha, to you sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to you spiritual children, or
The spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father.
number one, lesson for Dharma number one, benefit yourself and others by following Srimat. When someone tells you false things, listen to them, but ignore what they say. Listen, but ignore. So really, don't listen. Feign to listen. Pretend to listen. Don't become upset by them. Number two, pay attention that the name of the Brahmin clan who are to become deities is never, so means protect the beard of your father. Never perform wrong actions. Settle your past karmic accounts. Blessing. May you have a crown and be seated on the heart throne, and with intoxication and the awareness of your goal, make your physical senses work under your orders, under your command. Your body, your mind, wealth, mind, intellect, sanskar should all be under your control. At the confluence age, all of you children have received a crown and a throne from Bapdada. There is a crown of purity and also a crown of responsibilities, double crown. There's an immortal throne and there's also the heart throne. When you are double crowned and seated on the double throne, you automatically remember your intoxication and your goal, your aim. Your physical senses then say, yes, my Lord, Ji Hazur. The orders of those who leave their crown and throne are not obeyed even by their workers. If the king's a coward, runs away, if the king's weak, then the workers, soldiers, servants, they don't listen to him. Slogan. Having weak thoughts makes you have many questions. Having weak thoughts make you have many questions and not be happy-hearted. Avyat signal. The greatest charity of godly service is the donation of purity. It's the greatest service you can do. Donate purity, and you do that by giving the Father's introduction. For you to become pure and make others pure is to become a charitable soul, because you are liberating the soul from the sin of committing suicide, spiritual suicide. Impurity is suicide, poison, suicide of the soul, and purity is life-giving hurt. Impurity is suicide of the soul, and purity is the donation of life. Okay, very good. Om Shanti. Points?